Hello everyone, you're welcome. Aisha Bande here. So today will be solving extensively on geometry. Some of the rules we need to know at the foundation level, which students actually they seem to find difficult. So there are some rules I'll be stating about 5 to 6 of them with worked examples in this video. Please so kindly stay tuned, you have a whole lot to learn. If you have not subscribed, please click on that notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. And please don't forget to subscribe. Give us a like if you love what I am doing. So let's get started. The first rule under geometry you need to know at the foundation level is that the sum of angles on a straight line sums or is equal 180. So what this means is if you have a straight line like this, hmm, and you have different angles on this line, let's say you have an angle here, you have another angle here. Let's call this angle A, let's call this angle B, and the last angle here is C. If you sum the angles, sum means addition, right? So if you add A plus B plus C, this gives us 180 degrees, right? This is the first rule we need to know. So now with this rule now, let's solve a work example. Now example, find the angles or find the value of the missing angles in the figure below. So this is the diagram. We have an angle like this. Here we have angle 25 degrees. We have another angle here, which is let's call it angle A. And then we have another angle here, third angle, which is angle 75 degree. So what we are required to find is this missing angle here, A. So to solve this, all we have to do, you can see all of these angles, the first angle here, the second one, and the third one are all on this straight line, right? So this is what guides us to know which rule is applicable to a particular question given. So what we do here is we sum up all the three angles here, which is we have 25 plus the other angle, which is 75 degrees, plus the unknown angle, which is A, and we sum this to be equal to 180. So when you're solving problems under geometry, if you're using any rule at all, you have to state the rule. You just put that in a bracket. So the reason for this is what? Sum of angles on a straight line. It's very important, okay? Very, very important. Don't assume that whoever sees it should know why you did that. It's better you write it out the way it is this way. Now we have 25 plus 75. This gives us what? 100 plus A equal 180 degrees. So we are looking for A, right? So we subtract 100 from both sides. So this becomes okay, let me do it this way. This becomes 100 plus A minus 100 is equals to 180 minus 100, right? So 100 minus 100 is a 0 on the left hand side. So we have A is equal to 180 minus 100, which gives us 80 degrees. So what that means is that in this diagram here, this angle here is angle 80 degrees, okay? So if you want to find out if your answer is correct, if you sum up 25, 75, and 80, that will give us a total of 180 degrees. If you sum them up and you do not have 180, then it means that the value you got for that missing angle is incorrect. So you have to always check to be sure, okay? So um after every rule, I'll be giving us an exercise for us to try, okay? So now I'm going to clean the board and give us an exercise for us to try. So it says find the value of B in the figure. So this is the figure. We have a straight line. We have an angle here, angle B, and here we have angle 130. This is so easy. We have only two angles here on this line, right? So in 10 seconds, find the angle B and drop your answer in the chat box. All right, so now we can move on to the second rule, which is rule 2. The next rule, I'm going to call it rule 2. It states that vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, this is rule 2. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So let me show us this in a diagram. Let's say we have this. Here we have line AB. Here we have CD, right? So we have an angle here. Let's call this angle X. And we have another angle here, Y. Here we have angle A. Here we have angle B. So if you want to interpret this, the vertically opposite angles, like A is opposite to B, right? They are equal. So from this diagram here, A is equal to B. Angle A is equal to angle B. And also the other angles, the vertically opposite angle is X and Y. X is equal to Y. So this is what the rule is all about. The vertically opposite angles are equal. So let's solve an example for more clarity, okay? Yes, I did not mention. Please do not forget, here is where we have the center, right? And the center is always labeled as O. Okay. Like this angle A is angle AOC. So this can also be written as angle AOC is equal to angle DOB. Okay, angle DOB, and also angle AOD is equals to angle COD. Angle COD. So if you look at it, angle AOC is X, right? Which is equal to, that is angle angle AOC is A, which is this A, is equals to angle DOB, which is the B, right? That's what I interpreted here. While angle AOD, which is X, is equal to angle CO what? Angle, okay, sorry, this is supposed to be angle COB. Angle AOD is equals to angle COB. Okay, so that is it. Now let's solve an example. We have two lines here. Here we have angle 52. Here we have angle C. Here we have angle D, and here we have angle E. So here we have three unknown angles. So let's solve this. Here we have line AB and line what? CD, and we have the center O. So let's find, sorry, this is 52 degrees. So we have three unknowns here. So let's solve this together. If you analyzing this diagram well, we can get the first angle we can get first, which is easier to get, is this angle C. Why? Angle C is vertically opposite to this angle 52, right? So we can start with that. We say C is equal to 52 degrees. What's the reason? They are vertically opposite, because they are vertically opposite angles, and their vertically opposite angles are equal. So we've gotten the value for C. Okay, so next we can get the value for D. If you look at it, D and E are vertically opposite, but we have to get the value for D first. And if you look at D is on a straight line like this, which is AB, because this is a straight line AB, right? So we have this angle coming this way. Here we have 52 degrees, and we have angle D on this other side. So we can get angle D here. This is angle on a straight line, right? So we sum 52 plus D equal 180 degrees. Why? You state the reason. Angles on a straight line, right? You have always straight. The reason is very important. Now let's get D. So D will be equal to what? 180 minus 52, right? And if you subtract 180 from 52, we're going to have 128 degrees. So we've gotten that of D. D is 128 degrees, right? So C is what? Equals to 52 degrees. Since we've gotten D, now we can easily get that of E. What will be E? E is equal to, E is vertically opposite to D, right? So E is equal to what? D. And D is equal to 128 degrees. So that means E is equal to 128. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. You see, geometry is so interesting in the sense that you can, for just one question, you can use three rules to be able to tackle just one problem. That's the beauty of it. So this is the second rule. Now we are moving on to the third one. So rule 3 states that angles at a point, angles at a point is 360 degrees. What this means is we have a point here, right? If you have an angle at this point, let's call here angle A. You have another angle at this same point, call it angle B. You have another angle here, C. Then you have another angle here, D. If you sum all these angles, A plus B plus C plus D, this is equal to 360 degrees because all of these angles are at this point here. Okay, so let's solve an example for clarity purpose. Geometry is so easy. Once you know the foundation, believe me, you have solved 50% of the problem or whatsoever in geometry. Okay, so let me get an example for us to solve. Please don't mind my diagram, it's not drawn to scale. All right, so we have angle 33, angle H, angle 100, angle F, and angle G. So we are required to find the missing angles here. Okay, so looking at this diagram, looking at the diagram, we have a line, a straight line AB. And on this straight line AB, we have three angles. We have 33 degrees, H, and 100. So we can start with this. Let's get angle H, right? So this becomes 33 plus the other angle, which is 100 plus H equals to what? 180. Why? Because the angles, these three angles here are on this straight line AB, right? So remember we state the reason. The reason is what? Angles on a straight line. All right, so now let's get the value. 100 plus 33 will give us 133 plus H is equal to 180. So we subtract 180 from, 133 from both sides. This will become H is equal to 180 minus 133. So this is equal to 47 degrees. So we've gotten H to be equal to 47 degrees. You can see there is an angle coming here. Here we have a point. So all these are angles at a point, right? So now we can get, now we have two more angles to go, angle F and angle G. So if you look at the diagram, angle F is vertically opposite to this 100 here. So you just say F is equals to 100 degrees, but you state your reason. The reason is what? Vertically opposite angles are equal because those angles are vertically opposite, right? Angles, because they are vertically opposite angles. Now we've gotten that of F. What we are left with now is G. So for G, if you observe, G is also on a straight line AB. We have F and we have G, and we've gotten F to be equal to what? F is equal to 100. So to get G, G will be what? G plus F equal to 180. Why? Because they are angles on a straight line. You see the beauty of geometry, right? So these are angles on a straight line. So we are looking for G and we have F to be 100 equal to 180. So we're looking for G. What we do, we subtract 100 from both sides. So this is G is equal to 180 minus 100. So G is equal to 80 degrees. So here we have G as 80 degrees. Geometry is so interesting. Oh. If you want to know if our final answer is correct, sum 33 plus 47 plus 100 plus 80 plus another 100 here. If it gives us 360, then that means our solution is correct. Do that and tell me in the chat box. All right. Let's do that in 5 seconds. So let me do a countdown. Five, four, three, two, one. It's correct, right? Yes, it's correct. Thank you. All right. So we're good to go, right? So let's go to the fourth rule. Rule four. All right. So when you're if you know all these rules and you apply them, if you know these rules, this is a foundation. Very, very important. Okay. So now let's look at rule four. Rule four states that when a transversal line crosses parallel lines, then the corresponding angles are equal. The corresponding angles are equal. So let me show us what this means in the diagram. Let's start with parallel lines. Parallel lines are straight lines that do not meet. Like this. Parallel lines are like this. They are straight and they do not meet. So once a line cuts this parallel lines, this line here is called a transversal. So when a transversal line crosses a parallel line, it says the corresponding angles are what? They are equal, right? So what this means is, let's say here you have angle A, here you have angle B, here you have angle M, here you have angle, let's say X, no, M, then here you have N, here you have angle X, here you have, the angle here is Y, the angle here is P, while the angle here is Q. Now let's interpret this. It says corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles here, A is corresponding to B. That means for this, A is equal to B. X is corresponding to Y. X is equal to Y. M is corresponding to N, meaning that M is equal to N. And then angle P is equal to Q. This is what it means. Let's solve an example for clarity purpose or for better understanding, right? So we have this diagram. We have unknowns. We have 8 angles here. We're given only one angle to find the remaining 7. So look at this. Angle M is equal to angle P, right? So from here, let's bring this out. Angle M is equal to angle P. Angle 57 is equal to angle Q. So already we've gotten Q. Why? Because they are what? Because the transversal angles of transversal line are what? Are parallel, right? So we've gotten this. So we said the reason. Don't forget. Okay. So N is equal to K, and then what? L is equal to J. We've already gotten one of the values unknown, which is Q. So Q here is equal to 57 degrees. So we are done with Q. Now, let's look at this. Which other one can we get? You know we can get N, right? N also is equal to 57. N is equal to 57 degrees. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. And this is rule what? Vertically opposite angles. This is rule 3, right? That we stated earlier. So we've gotten n to be 57. So this is equal to 57. That's how we keep solving. It's so easy. Nothing difficult here. Hmm? It's just interpretation of, you just know how to interpret the diagrams. So we've gotten n. So which one again can we get? Q is equal to K, right? Q is equal to K, which is equal to 57 degrees. The reason is because they are vertically opposite angles as well. So we've gotten K to be equal to 57 degrees. So let's see, we've gotten N, we've gotten K. Which other one? Have we gotten, which one do we have left now? So we are left with M and L, right? So for us to get M, if you look at it, M is on a straight line. M is on a straight line, so this becomes M plus N is equal to 180 degrees, right? Because why? They are angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line, right? So we are going to get the value for M. So we have M plus N. N already is 57, is equal to 180. So we subtract 57 from both sides. So M will be equal to 180 minus 57, which is equal to 123 degrees. So M is 123 degrees, right? So since we've gotten M, we'll get L now. So M is equal to L. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Don't get tired of stating the reasons, so they are very important. So these are vertically opposite angles. So that means M is L. That means L also will be equal to 123 degrees. So L is equal to 123 degrees. So which one do we have left? We have P and J left. Now, since we have K already, and P and K are on a straight line, we can also get the value for P. So this becomes what? P plus K is equal to 57 degrees. Why? Because their angles, sorry, P plus K is equals to 180 because they are angles on a straight line, right? Angles on a straight line. So this becomes what? We have K to be 57 degrees. That means P plus 57 is equal to 180. So P will be equal to 180 minus 57, right? This will give us 180 minus 57 is 123 degrees. Okay. So now we've got P is 123 degrees and J also is 123 degrees. So J will be 123 degrees because J is equal to P and they are vertically opposite angles. Yes, it's interesting, right? Very interesting if you are following, right? So we have stated 4 rules. If you have any questions so far, please kindly drop your question in the chat box. If you have watched up to this point, thank you so much for staying with me to the end of the video. When you watch, it's a way of supporting me. Thank you. God bless you all. Don't forget, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. If you like this video I just made and you appreciate my effort, please kindly give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. See you in my next one.